So this is very interesting. Now, in another video, I had done a comparison with these two, and of course this is the 35th and this is the 40th. So this is the C3PO, I mean I'm calling it the C3PO, and I'm calling this one the cornflake because of the recrystallized effect. Now I had mentioned that someone had mentioned there was a weight difference. Now, I'm sure that what I heard was that the weight difference was because I'm sure that someone explained that the case back on the 40th, the PG-9 was made out of titanium with the crystallized effect, the recrystallized effect. Now, I still don't know if it's titanium. If I took that off, I would certainly know because you'd be able to feel it in the hand. But what we do know is that the case back on the 35th is stainless steel with a DLC coating. Now, if I get straight to the point, there is a weight difference. Now you can see here that the 35th is 157 grams. Now, if I do the same with the same watch configured the same way, and we know the watches are very similar, is 160. So once again, let's see that weight difference. We have 160 compared to it says 158 there. There we go, 157. Now, both these watches actually have the exact same length of the straps. I've sized them so that they are identical. And maybe if I put them like that, you might be able to see. Hold on. I don't know if that will come through on the camera. If I zoom out, you can probably see it. But so both watches are configured identical. They're even adjusted in the same place there. But I've taken out the exact same number of links, and so it's each watch is in effect stock and identical apart from the finishing. So what this is really meaning is that the where 3 grams come from. So the thing I heard was correct. The 40th GMW-B5000PG-9 here in this configuration is 3 grams heavier than its older counterpart without the recrystallized effect. And I will show you that once again because yeah, it's very interesting because 3 grams isn't a lot. But it certainly is a lot if, for example, if you want to know if a watch is genuine, not a copy, or if the watch has been modded or is using non-original parts. The weight of a watch is very useful to know. And what was also very unusual was that originally when I put my hands on the 40th, the recrystallized here, I thought to myself, oh, it does seem a little heavier. Now, at that point in time, that might have been because my mind was expecting it to be a little heavier because, you know, my expectation was there. But if I just put that out of the camera for a moment so it's not in the way, but it does appear that cornflake is a little heavier than C3PO. And, you know, that is interesting. You know, what has added... oh, just look at that. I'm literally putting my hand by the window and it's, you know, changing how the light comes in. I should have a light coming in at this direction as well, but I don't because I've just plonked this on my desk. Anyway, so this is 3 grams heavier. Now, it might be, and I'm sure that somebody might be able to comment below, the 3 grams is a direct result of the recrystallize process on the strap because it has been treated. Now we know that they're both ion plated to give this gold color, but this isn't recrystallized, of course. So this is Casio stock stainless steel, ion plated and polished. So the additional process to the 40th is the recrystallization. And so my hunch is that that is responsible for the weight difference. But then I thought, what if the backplate is titanium? So in actual fact, we have some other component or something else to do with this watch that makes the weight difference. So it means that something inside has to be heavier. Now we know that the modules are different. The module on the 35th is the all tried and tested 3459, I think, and I think on the 40th it is the 3539. So the module references are different, and I haven't had time to actually check, you know, what the differential is between those two modules. We can see, well, I can see, and maybe I am correct, that the actual bezel or the crystal here, the components that the textin sits on, is a more golden colour to the 35th. So that there might have changed some technology to do with the crystal, but I can't imagine a 3 gram differential taking place because of that. So maybe they've changed the battery inside here, or they've changed the electronics, or they've changed the crystal itself. I'm assuming this is a Hardlex crystal. I haven't read anywhere, or I haven't heard anyone saying that they've updated the crystal to sapphire. But if they have made the backplate out of titanium, that would make the backplate much lighter. Now I can certainly imagine that it would be at least 3 grams lighter. But what we have here is the watch is 3 grams heavier. So once again we're back to it must be the recrystallization of the case and bracelet. And I think that must be it, because I'm sure that someone down below can explain why the recrystallizing process does make the watch a little heavier. Because I have a feeling that the backplate is stainless steel. I can't think why they would make it out of titanium, because if that was titanium, it means that something else much heavier is inside the watch. So, you know, that would point to the crystal being a sapphire, a larger battery, or something quite substantial being changed to the movement or the case of the watch, you know, to bring up that weight. But once again, it does look like that probably is stainless steel. So the 3 gram difference is because of the recrystallization effect. So I find that very, very interesting. And I suppose what I should do is, once again, let's pull the scales back in. Let's see if I can get it centered, because I will zoom in. Hold on, let me see if I can do that. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to switch it back on and pause for a moment. And once again, we can put the 35th on, and we have 157 grams. And if I put on the 40th, the cornflake, we have 160. There you go. So we have 160 grams with 4 links removed here, and 157 grams with 4 links removed here. So the cornflake, the 40th, the recrystallized, is 3 grams heavier. And I do find that very interesting. Anyway, I have to disappear. I will say ciao for now and speak to you again.